Hi ladies, this is Mellon and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you never miss an upload from me. My channel is all about positivity, inspiration, entrepreneur advice, tips, and yeah, so if you are here for a girl, then don't forget to hit that bell and that subscribe button. And just a big thank you to all the ladies who have recently subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much. And all the ladies who have been subscribed to me from day one, thank you so much for your continued love and support. So today's video is just something I want to do because I have a lot of ladies on my channel who have recently moved into their salon suite or thinking about moving into their salon suite. So I kind of just wanted to create this video about the kind of mindset you should have when you move into your salon suite, or things you should think about before you move into your salon suite, okay? So one of the things that I really want you to keep in mind is that your salon suite is still a business. It's still a salon. You still have to treat it like a big full salon, even though it's a small space. I know we can kind of forget that it is that way because, you know, it's small, it's just us, you know, we're the only ones in there. We create our own schedule, our own prices, our own services. We can come as we go as we want, but you have to treat it like a full-on business. You have to treat it like if you were operating a full salon. It's just on a smaller size. Smaller scale, and yes, of course, it's a smaller size. So I really want you to keep that in mind. That is super, super important if you want to be successful. Another thing I want you to keep in mind is that salon suite ownership is not like a booth rental situation. I know, because a lot of times, depending on what where we're leasing our suite through, our loft through, whatever you want to call your space, because we have a weekly rent to pay, you can almost view it like booth rent, but it's not booth rent. You know, we're just paying to lease our space for weekly instead of monthly. So I just really want you to keep that in mind. This is not like a booth rental situation. You know, a booth rental situation is you have someone else that owns a salon. You have someone else that chooses how, you know, the decor is, how stations are set up, you know, the hours of operations. You know, they're in charge of that. You are in charge of, you know, bringing in clientele, your clientele to the salon, and you just have a booth and you are, you know, paying rent for that booth. So that's why a lot of times you'll see that when you lease a salon suite, you know, it's more expensive than when you are renting from a booth rental situation, because as a salon suite owner, you have a lot more control of how things are going to go. So that's really important. Salon suite is nowhere near close to like a booth rental situation, okay? Another thing I want you to keep in mind is that when you move into your salon suite, you know, it's kind of, you can kind of almost get content and complacent when you move in, because, you know, it's your space, it's small, you know, you don't have anyone, you know, telling you what to do, telling you when to come in, telling you when you take a break, telling you when you take lunch. So sometimes, you know, you might get lackadaisical, you know, maybe not coming to work like you should, but I just really want you to keep this in mind, that it's really important to remember that your salon suite is not a space to house your product tools. You know, it's not a storage space. It's not a place where you just chill and hide and, you know, now you can relax. Now you can maybe lower your prices. Now you can, it's actually quite the opposite if you want to have optimal success. If you want to get to that 80 a year, that 6-figure income, you have to treat it like a full-on business. You have to market more. You have to be on social media more. You have to, you know, let people know what you do. You have to talk to your target audience and, you know, and let them know, well, hey, you know, I'm looking for you. You're the type of client that I want in my salon. I love to do your type of hair. Those are things that you have to consider, okay? And I just really want you to think that, you know, think of all the things that it takes to operate, you know, a full-on salon. So I just want you to think about those things if you're thinking about moving into a salon suite, or if you have moved into a salon suite, is salon suite ownership for you? Because if you just want to be focused on hair and you don't really want to be focused on the business aspect, like if you don't want to market yourself, if you don't want to post on social media, now if you already have an established clientele, maybe you might not have the time to post on social media as much, or maybe you might not have to worry about that because you're steady, you have a steady flow of clientele, then that's something for another topic. But if you don't have any clientele and you're starting off like me, you have to, work your butt off. You have to get dirty and, put the leg work in. You have to think about, retail, which is one of the things that I'm still working on, what products I'm going to use for retail, what are my favorite products, you got to think about retail. You got to think about the way you do things, do you have a order of steps that you do things? A lot of these hair cuttery places that we worked at that had a way of doing things, like you had to remember like their way. I know sometimes it can be kind of annoying, but they're doing that for a reason. That way you can kind of guarantee quality control with every single client. For instance, I'll use myself as an example. When I have a client coming in, it doesn't matter how many times they've been to my salon. Every return client is a new client for me. Every time my client comes in the door, it's another opportunity to do their hair better than I've done before, for me to give them a great experience, for me to exude a lot of energy, ask them how their day was, greet them, do you want any water? I do the haircut, then I shampoo their hair, then I do a massage, then I do a hot towel massage, then I always spray leave-in conditioner. Then I always put a serum in their hair. And for my men clients, I always go and put like a light cologne oil on them. So really think about the way you're going to do things with each and every single client. What's your greeting to each and every single client? What steps are you going to do? Do you always do the shampoo before the hair service, or do you do the hair service and then do the shampoo? I like to cut hair first before I shampoo the hair. I like for my clients to see how their hair is going to look before I wash their hair and put product in. I don't want there to be any surprises. I want them to see how it looks in their natural state. And I want them to see, like, I don't want to try to hide anything. No, I want you to clearly see. So that's something that I always do. I always show my clients their haircut, what I've done before I shampoo their hair, unless they want otherwise. Now, if a client wants their hair shampoo first, I'm not going to tell them no, because it's all about them. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you want to think about, what type of experience that you're going to create, the way you're going to do things. How are you going to talk, to your target audience? I love to cut men's hair. I enjoy it. I just love clippering, fading. I just absolutely love it. So a lot of my marketing and who I'm trying to reach, I reach out to guys. I'm always, telling my clients who are guys to bring other guys in the salon, that I give discounts for reviews online. Is your business online? Is your business registered with Google? Is your business on Facebook? Is your business on Instagram? You really want to think about all those things are super important if you're going to be successful, if you're going to continue to build your clientele. And then, sometimes you might get kind of complacent, because you're busy and you're not really reaching out to do gain new clients. But you always have to be reaching new clients, because some clients move, some clients have financial situations that happen where they stop coming to the salon. Maybe your client might find someone a little cheaper than you or a little closer than you. And so you have to think about all those things. Maybe they got a job, maybe it's out of their commute, maybe they had a total life change situation to come, maybe they got sick. So you always want to remember to try to always constantly bringing in new clients. What's your brand? What's your vision for your salon? What's your mission statement? How do you want your business to be viewed in the community? I know for me, the name of my salon is Vanity and Bello, and it's where love and hair, it's Vanity and Bello, and it's where great hair meets love and care, because my business, I'm all about giving great quality work, but I'm also about taking care of my clients, listening to my clients, showing them that I care, that I appreciate their business. So what you want to think about, what kind of motto you want to have? Like, do you have a logo for your business? Do you have a mission statement for your business? Do you have a vision for your business? What do you want to do in the community? How do you want your business to give back to your community, to your circle? All those things are important. So if you don't want to do any of those things that I've mentioned, if that's too much work, then I'm telling you, you don't want to do salon suite ownership, because eventually what you're going to see is that if you're not constantly trying to build and grow and take yourself and your business to the next level, you're only going to be, paying your rent, basically. You're never going to, or you're going to have just enough, you know what I'm saying? So in the beginning, it will be like that. If you don't have any established clientele, a lot's going to be going towards your rent, not really seeing the income back to you. But eventually, you should start to see the money you want, probably within the next 2 to 3 years. If you're starting with no clientele like me, I would say it takes a year to kind of get that your regulars that come in, that constantly, like to schedule their appointment. And then I feel like it takes another year to kind of add on top of that to kind of, get that money, that momentum going to where you could start, doing a little bit for yourself. And then I would say 3 to 5 years where you're comfortable, you're bringing in the money you want to bring in, and you're just constantly growing, educating yourself, learning all the things you can learn when it pertains to your skill, when it pertains to marketing. When it pertains to your image, what's the image of your salon? You know what I'm saying? So those are very important. Are you nice? Are you a good listener? Do you cut your clients off when they're talking to you about their hair? So it's so many things to think about. And one thing I want you to remember is that every client, and I can't stress this enough, every client that walks through your door, even if they're a return client, you should always treat them as a new client. Always. So you're always giving that awesome experience. You're always doing that great quality work. You know what I'm saying? It's so important. Tell your clients, work with the clients you have. If you're starting out like me, play around with certain marketing techniques. Lately, what I've been trying in my salon is my regular clients who always support me, I've been giving them gift cards for a free haircut to give to someone that they know that's looking for someone to cut their hair, or they're looking for someone who does great work. They're looking for a dependable, reliable stylist. That's the way that you're working within your clientele with what you already have. I found out that sometimes when you give discounts and, free stuff to people who are not supporting you, they're not going to support you. They're only going to come when you have a discount. They're only going to come when you're doing something for free. They're never going to support you, fully support you like they should be. They're always going to try to nickel and dime you. And, that's not the kind of clientele you want. You want the clientele that, is not complaining about your prices, loves the service you give, loves the environment you give. All those things are important. And another thing I want to stress and talk about is keep it professional. Even though you're in a salon suite, it's not the time to get more relaxed. It's the time to always, keep it professional. I'm not saying you can't have fun and laugh with your clients, but still no politics, no religion, no talking about, if you're having a hard time in life with finances, if you're broke, your car broke down, you stumped your toe, broke the dog. I know clients listen, but what I've learned is that clients are nice. You know, a lot of clients will sit there and, you know, be in pain or being uncomfortable or something be too hot. And a lot of times I find out they won't say anything to you. So it's not until you find out that they're not coming that they might have been offended by something that you've done or that you said, or, you know, they were uncomfortable and they didn't tell you. So to take all that guesswork out, you know, keep it professional always. You know, I hear clients sometimes, I hear stylists talk about their personal life, you know, talk about problems at home, you know, talking about financial issues. And even though your clients listen, I'm telling you, maybe some clients might be okay with it, but it's not good to talk to your clients about any kind of things like that, because you never want to put the pressure on them to like tip, or, you know, they need to come more, or you never want to do that to them. You know, you never want to make them feel uncomfortable. You know, they're there to get a service, they're there to relax, they're there to enjoy their time, to get away. A lot of your clients, you know, they don't get a break at all. It's not until they come to the salon that they get to relax and not think about nothing. And so a lot of my clients end up falling asleep in the chair because they're so relaxed. And so if I have a client that's trying to relax and not think about anything and not talk, I'm not talking. You know what I'm saying? Because if you are talking, they're not going to tell you it's annoying, but it's annoying to them. They just want to relax. So if your client's talking and asking you questions about, did you go on vacation, how your summer's going, you know, talk to them. But if when they stop talking and they're just sitting there relaxing, you relax. Don't feel like you have to like interject or, you know, make up things for conversation. You just mirror their personality, okay? That way you know that you're tailoring the service to them. All right, guys, that's my time. I hope I've said something that you could take away from here. I hope I wasn't rambling and too repetitive. But yeah, this is just something I want you ladies to think about when you're in a salon suite. And I'll continue more with more salon suite tips. If you like this video, please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. I love you ladies. I hope you much success, blessings your way. And yeah, never stop, never give up, girl. No matter how hard it gets, eventually it will pay off and you will be where you want to be. All right, so I will see you ladies in the next video. Bye.